Today's video is filmed in front of the beautiful La Valencia Hotel, which is overlooking the magnificent La Jolla Cove. I've got some good news for you. The good news is that the news is bad. Being aware of all the things in our life that lower our vibe, drain energy from us, and really just put us in a negative state of emotion, things like fear, doubt, worry, anxiety, eliminating all those things in our life is so important to take your life from where it's at to that high vibe, wonderful, beautiful life that you have in store for you. So this video is going to talk about the news in detail and give you some tools and strategies that you can use today to make your life better and better and better in a wonderful way. Here we go. It's time to let your light shine. Finding that superstar inside of you. Have you ever grown up with someone? Could be a friend or family member, maybe a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and that person just drained your energy. They made stuff up. They misrepresented things. They told you lies straight up. And every time you hung out with them, or almost every time, it put you in a negative state of emotion. You just felt crappy when you were around them. I've had that type of person in my life. But what's the strategy for that? Because you're on a high-flying disc. You're making your life great. You're living that high-vibe life. But when you have those relationships, eventually you say, that's enough. I'm done with this relationship. You block that call. I've done that before. So what happens with the news? Is the news something we have to watch, or is it something we've been programmed to watch? Because I grew up in school, 5th grade, 8th grade, high school, social studies. Here's your assignment for tonight, Dan. Go home, read the newspaper, and write a report about the article that you read in the newspaper. I've been trained to watch the news, conditioned to watch the news. You have too. But like that negative relationship with those negative people who drain your energy, how do you feel when you watch the news? If you feel joyful, man, I just feel good, then keep doing it. But I doubt that's what's going on, because the news keeps pumping out fear-based material. Now, why does this happen? I learned about this about 7 years ago when I first started acting, and this is something that blew my mind. I worked on this project with the producer, and for some reason we started talking about the news, and he just said, Dan, the news is a TV show. It's a TV show, and they're just looking for ratings so that they can charge a lot of money for their advertisements that they run on their TV show. And he just went into detail about how this works. So I'm sharing that with you right now. So the news puts out exaggerated lies, deceit, manipulates stories in a way that will put you in a state of fear, put you in a state of doubt, worry, anxiety. You watch the news and you just feel like, oh man, you feel like that. But then while you're watching the news, what happens? A commercial comes on. And the commercial is high vibe, because commercials are designed to show you that that company has a solution to whatever problem that you have. So you see a video of some family, they're all happy and they're walking through the park and they're smiling and the sun's shining and it's a beautiful day. And then all of a sudden it's like, buy our pharmaceutical product that has all these negative side effects, but oh, joyful day, joyful day. So the news makes so much money on their advertising because the news has the watcher, you, in a negative state of being while you watch, and then the advertisements come on and put you in a happy, elated state of being. So it takes you from a low vibe to a high vibe, and then you link that high vibe to the product in the commercial. And that's just how the news works. They're manipulating stories, they're exaggerating things, they're making sure to put negative content out over and over and over again because they can make more money off advertising when they do that. And they've programmed you and society that we just think the news is just part of what we do. Well, guess what? It's time for a change. Because just like having that relationship with that negative person in your life that's been sucking the energy from you for the last week, month, year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, now you can say, I've had enough. I'm making my life high vibe in all categories. I'm getting rid of the things in my life that habitually put me in a negative state of being. I just don't feel good while I do this thing, so I'm not gonna do it anymore. And when you do that, you take control of your life. I stopped watching the news probably about 10 years ago, and then I've learned other things along the way that have me even more in a state of high vibe where I'm very aware of everything that comes into my consciousness. I'm not gonna watch some super dramatic show because I'm aware of how it can program my consciousness. I'm not gonna watch the news habitually because I'm aware of how it can program and skew my perceptions of life. That make us think that the world is a dangerous place. Be afraid of these people. Be afraid of these countries. All this stuff that's made up, manipulated to put fear into your life. I'm making this video because we want to put love and light into your life. We want to put joy and peace and a sense of well-being and health. We want to put those things into your life. And in order to do that, it's almost like right now, some people are like rocket ships. They're like, I'm going into the high vibe, best life that I can. And nothing can block them. But if you're more on the beginning of the journey, you might be almost like a hot air balloon. One of those balloons that's on a string and it just floats, but it can take something, can pull it down. We want to get you on that trajectory, but right now, what are those things that pull you down? And if the news is something, and you just ask yourself this question, what things in my life lower my vibe? What things in my life have me feeling afraid? And that's the exercise for today. And if the news is on your list of things that habitually lower your vibe, things that habitually have you in a state of fear, doubt, and worry, then it's something to say, I've had enough. I'm not gonna put up with this anymore. I value my vibe. I value my consciousness too much to let something like that be part of the pattern that I live the rest of my life on this earth. I want you to live empowered. I want you to live passionate. I want you to live filled with joy, love, and peace, have health and vitality, heaven on earth. The most wonderful, glorious day you could ever have, happening every day, over and over and over and over and over again. That's the intention of this video. And for you, do that exercise. Just ask yourself those questions. Whatever ends up on your list, just say, that's it. I've had enough. I'm moving on to the high vibe. And that's the good life, the great life, and the wonderful life. And it's right here for you right now. Thanks for being here with me, superstars. This video was all about getting rid of the things in your life that lower your vibe. Because when you do that, it naturally raises your frequency and vibration. Because if you spend an hour each day doing something that lowers your vibe and you get rid of that thing, then that hour can be replaced with something that you love to do, that you enjoy doing, that's something that's involving health, wealth, and vitality. You will naturally steer yourself towards a better life by doing the exercises in this video. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you get the next high vibe video right when it comes out. And always remember that no matter what happens to you or in the world today, that you stay awesome. God bless you. I'll see you in the next video.